Yo, yeah, uh-huh. What is going on? Man, I don't care nothing about Sunday night football. Look, I'm gonna watch it, but I'm sorry it took so long. I took a nap. What's up, Podbang? What's going on? Everybody on Facebook, everybody on Twitch, Twitter, etc. Wherever you watching me from, I will not hold you long. I'll be fair tonight. Somebody may be watching, their team may be on. I'll be fair. But you really don't have, you got a choice. You ain't got to watch me. You can go and watch your little team play, and have it. I mean, my team already played, so the people that you're seeing here that's here, we're just here because they really don't care anything about who playing tonight or not. We care less. What is going on? Y'all happy? Huh? Look, I'm extremely happy. I am. And you have to crawl before you walk. You understand? That's what I'm staying in the moment. Okay, I'll get to that in a minute. But as you already know, everybody, the Cowboys did what they're supposed to do. Okay, that's all. That's what happened. That's Mike Glennon. I told y'all that yesterday, right? Mike Glennon. He had no business beating us, and we should treat him like he is. Mike Glennon, a journeyman, career backup quarterback. We need to treat him as such, and that's what we did. So, beating the Giants this year is not a surprise. It's not our fault that they're on schedule. It's not our fault they're missing guys. We've been missing guys all year long, so that ain't no excuse. We missed our quarterback for one game, 1 or 2 games, whatever it was, one game, so I don't want to hear it. I don't care nothing about that. I had 2 defensive tackles out this game. I don't want to hear it. The Cowboys have been getting cracked. Okay, we're missing our left tackle, Tyron Smith. I don't want to hear it. So I could care less about who y'all missing. Who I got on here? What's up, Gary? Craig Burton, who's a Giant fan. I told him before I saw him today, since y'all guys even suiting up, yeah, it ain't nothing to talk about with the Giants. They are, yeah, exactly. Well, now, as Craig say, please send my deepest part of trash talk. Well, there's no apology really needed, Gary. I mean, Craig, because you're a Giant fan. It's a rivalry game. It's a division game. There's uh, deep feelings between the Giants and the Cowboys over the years. No matter the record, uh, it's just a rivalry. So there's no, I'm a Michigan fan that plays Ohio State every year. I've been talking trash for 10 years ever since Harbaugh got there. He just beat them this year. So, you know, Ohio State fans were laughing at me for years. So I ain't gonna even knock you for sticking by your team. You live with your team and you fall with your team, and you fail today. As predicted. Let's talk about it real quick, y'all. Let's talk about a little bit of what we saw today, and let's get out of fantasy land a little bit. Let's talk reality. First things first. How am I gonna go with this? Okay. Considering last year team and the year before that when Dak was there, and when Ezekiel was there, and when Cooper was there, and all these guys were there, and we didn't make the playoffs. I'm not even counting last year. I'm not counting last year. We knew we were in trouble last year when Dak went down. We knew that. So I'm not even counting it. It's just how you play, how hard you play is what we were looking at. We weren't expected to make the playoffs, even though I think the Eagles won last year Washington won the division with a 7-9 record. You thought that we had enough of roster last year that we can win at least 7 games. Well, when you have Ben DiNucci starting as your quarterback, your chances of winning are, down. So we roll around to this year. What we asked for at the beginning of the year is culture to change. That's what we asked for. Now, we didn't know what that meant as far as wins, what that meant, but we asked for culture change. Yeah, Craig, you might well go on, go. Go on, go, Doctor. We understand. We'll holler at y'all, okay? He's a Giant fan, y'all. That's one of my guys known for a while, so let him go and leave. um, we just asked for culture at the beginning of the year. We saw who the coaching staff was. We saw the addition of Dan Quinn. We know what he brings to the table, the teams that he's coached. We asked for culture change. We asked him to draft for some dogs. Y'all remember me saying all that? We asked for some dogs. We didn't want no little, we want some real live, hungry dogs on our team. That's what we wanted because the defense was horrible. They drafted defense. We said, get us some guys that's going to get after it. That's what we asked for. We got it. We asked for coaching. We got the coaching. Now, what that translated to, on paper, we said this team should win the division. It's just no question about it. There's no excuses. Barring injury, there's no excuses. This team should win. And right now, we've done something that we have not done in years. And Cowboy fans, before we start really diving in and critiquing, ladies and gentlemen, we are 10-4. We have won 10 ball games. Listen, look, y'all can complain and everything else. Let's just be happy that we are in the playoff hunt. We are going to the playoffs this year. That's something worth celebrating about. We ain't won the division yet. It's gonna happen though. We are gonna be in the division, which is the first goal of the year. Isn't everybody want to jump to the Super Bowl? Let's climb the ladder. Let's stop skipping rungs, y'all. Let's calm down a little bit. Your first goal is to win the division. We're gonna do that. We'll check that box. Now we can start. I mean, I'm already looking because I know it's over. The division is over. So I'm looking at some extra things now. Buddha is here, my brother Buddha, and he's kind of looking. He's kind of leading me in. I'm looking at playoff seeding now. That's what I'm looking at. Which is the reason why I was watching Baltimore and Green Bay, Baltimore just gave the game to them. Why go for 2 points? It just don't make any sense to me, especially when they're out of the playoffs now. If the playoffs started the day before the game started, Baltimore was in the playoffs. The loss just put them on the outside looking in. So I don't know why you're going to go for 2 points, even though they did it last week. They played overtime. They tried to go for 2 last week and did the same thing they did today, was lose it. I don't want. I wanted Green Bay. We need Green Bay to lose because of the obvious. I know we have a good defense, and I'll get into that in a second. But let's just be honest and truthful. Nobody wants to go to Green Bay, period, in the playoffs. Nobody. Because that's where politics get involved also. And I'm a firm believer in that. Some things are sexy, and then there's some things that are a little sexier. The storyline of Aaron Rodgers possibly getting to the Super Bowl, possibly his last games with Green Bay, maybe. An MVP award, possibly, to go with that is just sexier, a sexy storyline to have that man playing the Super Bowl in California, where he went to school. Y'all forgot about that. and he went to California. Okay, that's where he played ball. Los Angeles is not far away from where he played at Berkeley, California. He'll be going home if they make the Super Bowl. I mean, what a better storyline is that other than the Dallas Cowboys possibly going to the Super Bowl? Uh, so it's just something about that place. Even though Tampa went down there and won last year, it's just something about playing Green Bay in the playoffs in Green Bay is just something that most teams can't handle. Um, that's why I wanted them to lose to Baltimore, but they didn't. So we really ain't got nothing to do with that. If Green Bay went out, and I think they're playing division games, and everybody like to talk about we got the weakest division in the league. Please understand the NFC North is weak as all outdoors. Give me a break. There's nobody in that division that can beat Green Bay. So I think they got division games from here on out. Common sense kind of tells you that Green Bay probably is going to win out. No doubt about that. Plus, they want to hold on to that number one seed. They got it now. They want everybody to come through there. So if I'm a betting man, I believe that's what's going to happen. Buddha says, now McCarthy beating Packers in playoffs, the storyline too, revenge. No doubt of us knocking them out the playoffs. Yeah, it is. That's a storyline. No question. I ain't going to even argue that. If it got to that, the NFL is better, of course, when the Cowboys are winning. That's what we're seeing now. And as much as they win, the NFL gains ratings and everything else. So I just personally don't want to go to Green Bay. That's me. But guess what? If things go like it's going now, we're going to have to go somewhere. It's a death trap either way. If you go to Green Bay, it's the same thing. And then, of course, if you go to Tampa, you got to deal with the Almighty. A person that everybody wants to always see in the Super Bowl for some reason. So you got to, is Tampa probably going to end up 2 seed. Well, I ain't going to say that. We got a chance for 2 seed. We got a chance for 1 seed. We got a chance. I just don't see Green Bay losing. Now, let's get to the game real quick. Let's start off with the tension of most Cowboy fans. Let's start off with the tension. Here it is. Y'all leave Dak alone. Okay. He was solid today. He wasn't spectacular. He didn't need to be. I know y'all want him to throw for 28 for 28 out of 30 or 25 out of 27 and 200 and 320 yards and 3 touchdowns and no picks. I understand that. I know y'all want him to have the big time numbers that you see, Rodgers and the big guys, the big guns, Justin Herbert and all them guys. You want him to do that. That don't work for us. We've had this conversation for at least the last 5 years. The less amount of yards Dak have usually mean we're winning games. Not that he's not capable of throwing for 350. He can. Not saying he can't throw for 3 or 4 touchdowns. He can. But when Dak Prescott had the numbers that he had today, usually that means we win. What was his numbers? 28 or 37, 217 yards, 1 touchdown, and a 98 quarterback rating. Ladies and gentlemen, that's solid football. That's solid. That's solid. That's solid. I'll take it. Because what that means is if Dak only threw for 217 yards, that must mean that we must have ran the ball pretty good today. And we did. Solid. Tony Pollard, 12 carries for 74 yards. Zeke Elliott, 16 carries, 52 yards. Dak had 2 carries himself for -1 yard, but those were pretty much scrambles. They weren't designed runs, so I don't even count that. So basically, our runs, if you add up the carries, it was 28 times running the ball today. That between Tony and Zeke. So it's not about the yards, it's about the consistency or the threat of a running game. And if we ran the ball 28 times and Dak Prescott only threw for 37 times, then we did pretty good today. And we did. We had over 100 yards in the first half running the football. You can't ask for better than that, which means the line was moving people. Glad to have Tony Pollard playing again. Y'all saw the explosiveness that he has. He just can do things that Zeke Elliott can't do right now. And I don't know if Zeke Elliott can do it. He just don't have that type of burst outside, getting outside quick, cutting it up, making Pollard, it just makes a huge difference when he carries the ball. And I'm not saying by no means that Tony Pollard is better than Ezekiel Elliott. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there is a tremendous change when he comes in the ball game. Everybody see it. You can't deny it. He is explosive, and he gets yards right now that Ezekiel Elliott can't get. And that's because of Zeke. Now, as far as Zeke goes, here's what I was looking at from Zeke Elliott. This was the first game in a long period of time that I actually, not probably since week 4 or 5, uh, whatever it was, maybe about week 7. This is the first time that I seen Zeke Elliott go through a game where at least one series he didn't come out the game limping. He did not limp at all today, not one time. He didn't raise his hand up and say come out, earlier than, switching out with Tony on his regular rotation. But he did not limp. There was not any gimpiness today at all. Now, does that mean he's better? I think obviously it is. However, I did see something on Zeke. I don't know if you guys were paying attention closely, and I believe I know what it is. Ezekiel Elliott is wearing a knee brace. He did it last week. He still got hurt with it last week. He don't like it. He hadn't worn it since high school, but he's wearing it now. Maybe that's what's keeping him. Is his knee brace. And I believe that probably for the rest of this year, it may slow him down. But Ezekiel one, I don't think he's legitimately just crazy fast like he once was in the first place. He's a pounder now. You know, he's a pounder. He scored today, big off a turnover. He scored. That was big. Hey, I don't see what the issue is. He did what he's supposed to do. We just need a solid win. Cowboy fans want us to score 40. We want us. We want to annihilate people. It's just not gonna be that way. It's a division game, y'all. All division games are tough. All of them. And it's rare if you're going to. It's rare if you're going to, really light people up in your division. It just don't happen like that, y'all. It just don't. We're incredible. However, here's the problem. Y'all already know what it is. Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore. Y'all, if you've been following me, my story hadn't changed in years when it comes to Kellen Moore. He once again shows. I just don't understand it. Y'all help me. Y'all help me. Y'all help me. I mean, I understand it because I know who he is. He keeps proving it over and over again. You get the ball, and the running game works. It carries you to the red zone. I mean, you're blowing people off the ball. You're running successfully. You're getting 3-4 yards a pop. You're running the ball straight down their throats. You're doing all that. Then when you get to the red zone, you don't want to run no more. You want to throw shotgun bubble screens and We saw it again today, y'all. We saw it again today. I mean, other than when Ezekiel scored on that on that halfback dive when he ran straight up the middle and scored. Other than that, we got to the red zone, and we prior to getting to the red zone, we ran the ball efficiently. We play action pass. Schultz lit the Giants up this year. I mean today. Schultz wide open on play action pass. Uh, uh, Lamb would have had a big day if he would have dropped the balls that he did. I mean, but look how wide open he was. These is wide open. They know we're running the ball prior to getting it, and they can't stop it. They ran the ball with the ran the ball. What was that? Let me see what somebody said. Buddha said we noticed it all last year. Garrett said he's not gonna be Garrett and running to stack boxes. But see, that's my point. They were stacked boxes. When the Cowboys formation tells you what we gonna do. There's, it's really no creativity as far as some formations. Like it's some formations, you just know we running it, and we usually do. It's no creativity in the two tight end set. Like, can we just fake it one time and then throw it to the to the tight end? No, we know that Zeke Elliott finna get the ball right here. We know it. So the boxes were somewhat stacked sometime before the red zone. You know what I'm saying? We still moved the ball. Now, at the same time, I will say this, because if you're really looking at the game, those who have eyes watch the game. The Giants played because their personnel is not good. They respected the Cowboys lining up with Lamb, Gallup, and Cooper out there. They had the two safeties high. But that tells you when they line up in the two, safeties high, that's an automatic button to run the football, which is what we did. But when you line up in shotgun on first down from the 10-yard line or the 20, I mean, and then your only option is to run a dive. We already know that you're gonna run the dive, which I can't knock because that's what they did when they scored. Okay, I can't knock it. Okay, when they spread it out, hey, it's there. But it's the commitment to run is what has always been the question for me for Kellen Moore. We got to the red zone today and we scored once. No, we scored twice. I'm sorry. When Ezekiel scored, that was first, which is the right thing. Then we got down there a few times and ended up kicking a lot of field goals. And then Schultz finally scored. So we did what we had to do today. However, the problem that I have, and most of you already know, that as we move further and further up the hill toward this playoff run, that ain't gonna work in a few more weeks. We got to. Kellen Moore has to, and and later this week when I do the show on Tuesday, I'm gonna have to pull up the stats again because I haven't looked at his stats in a while this year as far as red zone offense goes. Maybe you guys want to look at it and, we'll talk about it, but I'm going to do it because my statement have always been about Kellen Moore. And I'll say it again, that he is it's hard to really talk about Kellen Moore because when you look at the overall stats, the Cowboys offense is up there. Top 3, top 2. When you look at his offense, as I say, numbers don't lie. He comes every year, long as he's been coordinator, with the exception of last year. He has been a dominant statistical offense. What's up, Talib? I saw you at the game, man. Talib was at the game. Uh, I didn't know you stayed up that way, man. But I know you was talking trash up there. I know you heard him. I saw you there. I saw you there. So you can't argue with his production. He's a productive coordinator. You can't take that from him. He is. When you look at, hey, Mike, when you see the numbers and the yards and all that kind of stuff, you can't deny the numbers. He's productive. What I've always said is he is productive from the 20 to from the other team's 20 to the red zone, which is the 20-yard line. His problems have been inside the 20. When he gets in the red zone, for some reason, we just don't cash in. And this ain't just started. This has been the way it's been since he's been calling plays. I'm gonna pull up the stats just for this year. I ain't gonna do them like that. I'm not gonna pull up last year and all that because he struggled last year. But I don't even wanna. I don't count last year and the year before and all that kind of stuff. I ain't gonna do it. I'm just gonna pull up this year. I just want to see, even with that hot streak we had at the beginning of the year, I still want to see how well we did in red zone. See, we're so good offensively that we can take a 10-yard slant uh, and go with it from there. I just want to look at this year alone and just see what he's done. Red zone stats. Like the Cowboys may be, I'm just guessing. Now, this is just me guessing. I wouldn't be surprised if the Cowboys' overall offense is top 3 in the league. But at the same time, in red zone statistics, I believe that the Cowboys are probably in the middle of the pack in red zone offense. I bet you they are. I believe that. I believe they're right at probably about I say about 17 or 18, somewhere in that line. And that's not going to help us later on. So obviously we got to tighten it up. When we get inside, getting close, we got to cash in. We're going to have to do that in order for us to win the way we think some of us think that we can win. We got to put points on the board. When you start talking about going on the road in the playoffs and you possibly playing Tampa again, or you're going to play Green Bay, or, all that kind of stuff. And I even say this, in our first game at home for the playoffs when we play, let me tell you something. If it's the Rams, you got to put points on the board. If you're playing the 49ers, you're going to have to put points on the board. And I understand it's Jimmy Garoppolo, but they run the ball like crazy and they score. They got an all-world tight end and Kittle. You're going to have to score. And going down there and depending on Greg Zuerlein, and I'll get to him in just a second too, now that I just called his name. Depending on Zuerlein, bottom line, you can't depend on him. Why? Because he missed. 2 extra points missed today. Okay? We've seen him miss field goals all year long. So, just getting down there, it ain't a guarantee. You know what I'm saying? Is we got to score, man. And so I hope that we got time to get it right. They did score in the red zone today. They did. It's just that we were down there so many times that and Zerline kicked field goals. Like I said, I was in my with my group, my brothers in the group chat. I said, man, I was celebrating because I'm in the fantasy football league playoffs and Zerline is my kicker. And I be dang, guess what? Double-digit points today for Zerline. Why? Because he kicked field goals when he should have been kicking extra points. And that's why I'm saying we got to score touchdowns. But I don't have to say that everybody have any kind of sense, football sense, know we got to score. We know we do. So hopefully we'll tighten it up. Now, because we're not scoring, let's get to the real good stuff. When we're not doing that, guess what? It puts pressure on our defense to play perfect. See, if you ain't scoring points, you're begging your defense to save you by not letting the other team score, which of course is what happened today. It happened today. Our defense, the way our offense is playing right now, we are right now dependent on our defense to shut teams down completely. And we all know that's not going to happen in a few more weeks. We know that. As great as they have been playing, as dominant as they have been playing our defense, as much star power as we have on our defense, there's nowhere in the world you're going to be expecting them to be playing like this against teams that are loaded with offense that can put points on the board. Hey, I'm just saying it. We got to do it. But hats off to the defense again, who played lights out again. I knew it was gonna happen. Most of you guys knew it was gonna happen because as I said yesterday, the Giants don't belong. I knew that. You knew that. There was nowhere in the world that the Giants should even be on the field with us. They don't belong. I don't care about Saquon Barkley. Please. I didn't even care about that. They don't belong. And the defense did that. Again, this defense turns the football over. 4 turnovers today. Everybody showed out except Parsons. But, you can't expect Parsons to be Superman every week, and I'm not complaining. He did his job today. I think Parsons only had, it's lights out. Let me see what Parsons' stats are. Parsons only had 1 tackle. 1 tackle. That's it today. Can't expect him to do. Saw him in coverage a lot. Played a great defensive play, coverage. Oh my God, Michael Evans. Thank you, Mike. He already beat me to the punch. Look at this, y'all. Y'all look at this. It's great offense that we had. But y'all look at. I ain't saying that. Those are the stats. To go back to the offense, there it is. For those that are on Podbean, I got a stat that says the Cowboys are 24th in red zone efficiencies at 56%. That means they're at the bottom of the league. That means they are in the bottom of the league in red zone efficiency. They have probably a top 3 offense overall, but when they get inside the 20-yard line, there's a stat. Can't argue with it. The Cowboys are 24th in red zone efficiencies at 56%. That's not good. That's not good. Some of that is play calling. Some of that is changing stuff at the line. Whatever it is, the bottom line is they ain't scoring a lot of, touchdowns when they get inside the 20-yard line. The bottom line is they are 24th. Ain't number 31 teams? 31 teams in the league. They at the bottom. That you're gonna have to score. That has got to change. That's got to change. I don't care where we point the finger. That's got to change. That is this right here, this little comment y'all see that I got highlighted here. That is the bottom line. That equals, if you're 24th in red zone efficiencies, what that means is that if you're carrying that into the playoffs, chances are you will not win the way you think you're going to win. No, ma'am. No, sir. What that means is the Cowboys are going to have to score outside the 20. Catch a 6-yard slant and bust it for 80 and throw a bomb and catch it and go on, or catch a 40-yard pass and all, that's what it's saying. Because what this stat here is saying is that at 24 now, I mean, I can't say nothing. I mean, it is what it is. Let me get back to defense. Thank you, Mike, for that stat. And I'm gonna look at some more stuff and see what else is going on there. I really want to break it down. I would like to know the percentage. I don't know who can do this, but I'm quite sure some stats. I would love to know the percentage of running plays that we have in the red zone. I would like to know that. compared to the pass plays. I'm talking about. I need some advanced, pro football focus type stats. That's what I'm looking for. Defense. It is nothing nobody can do about the pass rush. Nothing. It's too much. D Law, awesome again. Great force fumble. Gregory is just constant pressure. Parsons, pressure. Armstrong was in there today. Gallimore, playing efficient. And most of all, Hill did not play because of the COVID. Osei did not play because of COVID. So, I mean, these guys are like, this defense is ready. Van Der Esch was not as dominant as he was last week, but had a solid game again. Let me look at him. What he do today? 3 tackles, had 3 assists. 3 tackles, 3 assists. Kevin Carr said something about Parsons. The conscious said that about Parsons, and I do remember him. He should have been recorded. They gave credit to that too. I believe. Oh my goodness, who was that? Y'all forgive me. I think they gave the credit to Gallimore on that sack, but Parsons was the one that brought him down, so he should have got at least a half of a sack today. He should have. No question about that. I think they probably going to change that probably before the night is over with. I would think they would. But this defense was just flat out dominant again. Secondary, Diggs got another one. Mr. Lord have mercy. Mr. Diggs got another one. Another pick. That's 10 on the year. It's just unbelievable the year that he's having, along with Parsons. Both of those guys will be first team All Pros this year. I can't tell you the last time Dallas has had 2 first team All Pros in the same year. I don't know when the last time that has happened. I'm quite sure it has, considering all the great defenses, especially of the 70s. We've had guys to be All Pros, but I didn't. There's a chance that DeMarcus Ware. I had to look it up, but Dion was a first team All Pro, and those years we had some guys that made Pro Bowls, but I don't know if they were first team All Pros. Dion was a first team. DeMarcus Ware was a first team All Pro a couple times, but I don't know if we had anybody else that can vouch for that. But we're gonna have 2 this year. So when you got 2 guys that are All Pros on different levels of the defense, you have the makings of a dominant defense. Then when you mix that in with Gregory and D Law, who are, Gregory, in my book, in my opinion, would have been a All Pro himself if he wouldn't have got hurt. He was on that pace. It's no question about that. He was on his pace. He was on that type of a pace before he got hurt. I believe he would have been one. That's just my opinion. Pro Bowl, definitely, but All Pro is what I'm talking about. So this defense is only getting better. They're only getting more dominant. But what we don't need is to have them have to be almost perfect, because we still do have Anthony Brown, who, even though it didn't see, I did see the guys get behind him again today. I did see it. So, I mean, he's a pass interference machine, they say. That's what I heard commentators say. They picking on him since he, they're picking on him. So all that, and we know that as we start moving around for the playoffs, when you start looking at some of these teams that we're going to be going against, we're going to be going against world-class wide receivers. And Anthony Brown is going to get tested. This defense, with this pass rush, I'm just praying that nobody, if you want to be praying for something, if you believe in prayer for your team, you need to pray that let's just pray for the health of this team. Because I mean, if we go in with a full loaded gun for defense with all the bullets in all the bullets in the gun, what I'm saying is, if we can go into the playoffs against anybody, I don't care where we at, road or at home. If I got a healthy D-Law, a healthy Randy Gregory, a healthy Parsons, a healthy OC, if I got that, along with all the other rotational guys, Basham and Armstrong and Gallimore, Bohan, if I got these guys all healthy, we're going to be a problem. That's at the home or the road for any quarterback, because we're going to get to you. We're going to get there. You can't block this. You can't block it. And so we need our guys. What's up, the money? We got to have these guys in the house. And so that's what I'm hoping for. I'm just hoping that we can survive these last few weeks and then get to the playoffs with the guys there, because this defense, as I predicted, when they said they were coming back, I said you're about to see a shift with this team, that the defense is going to be dominant, not good, dominant. I said that. And so far, it is. Now, what I didn't expect was the offense to just start dropping like the way they were. Today was a good step. I will say that. The offense was solid today. They were not explosive, but guess what? Being solid can win you football games. You don't have to be pinball machine type offense. If you got a running game, as the old thing says, if you got a running game and a defense, you can win games. Today, that's what you saw. It won't make ESPN top 10. Nope. You may not see no highlights from the offense. Nope. But when you look at that final score, guess what? 21-6. I'll take it. I don't want to be just long as I can see that W. When you get to that W column, that stands for wins, and the L column, did we add to the W column? That's all. That's at this point. That's all I want. I don't care how we win. I don't care if it's by 1 point. I don't care if it's 10-9. I don't care if it's 5-3. I don't care. I need the wins. I want but remember what I told you yesterday. Now, because I know this division is a wrap, I'm looking now. I'm looking for number 1 seed. I don't think we're gonna get it, but I'm looking for it. I think we can start talking about it now. For real talk. Like, let's talk about it. Like, let's go after it. Which means just about we need to win out to even really have a chance, because Green Bay is not losing 2 more games. Now they're playing their division the rest of the way. So, I mean, the Bears not going to beat them. The Vikings not going to beat them. And the Lions are not going to beat them. So let's just be realistic. I know it's any given Sunday. I get it. I understand Detroit beat Arizona today. I get it. But I just can't see them beating Green Bay. Nobody in that division. But we're going to shoot for it. Shoot for it. Let's just see what happens. If you shoot for it, you might just get the number 2 seed. Even though I don't think Tampa going to lose. But shoot for it. Shoot for it. You don't know what's going to happen. I ain't wishing this on nobody. I'm not wishing it on nobody. But we all know between now and the playoffs, somebody going to get injured. We all know that, hey, I'm just hoping it's not us. But something can happen. And your best bet is just go ahead and try to win as much as you can while you're getting there. It would be nice to be number 1 seed, 2 seed, it would be nice. Even though the 1 seed is the one that's going to get the bye week, but it would be nice to get as far as you can, because we get into matchups, and you can't hide. Okay, it would be nice, Gary. I'm fit. Everybody fit to turn in. I'm fit to go. About to watch the Saints. See what the Saints can pull off an upset. Again, that's a division game, so you expect games to be a little tight there because they know each other so well. So it ain't, you're not gonna be really a lot of blowouts. I don't think so. But we have to win, y'all. We got a shot at this thing. So we need to just win as much as possible and take our chance to go from there. But overall, today, I'm pleased. A solid performance. Offensively, solid. Defensively, dominant. Guess what? Solid plus dominant equals a W. Win. I'll take it every trip. If you're solid on offense and your defense is dominant, you're going to win a whole lot of football games. I'll take it. I don't care nothing about ESPN, top 10, all that kind of stuff. Forget it. Did you win? We won. Let's keep moving. Next on the hit list, bring on Washington again so they can come get some more. Tyler Henneke, same butt whooping. Same you're going to get hit again. It's going to happen. Hey, same butt whooping. Okay? I'm already putting it on record now. I know it's going to be a division game. Look, the Washington football team, whatever you want to call them, the no names, whatever they are, you're on the hit list now. You're in trouble. I'm just putting it out there. I got total supreme confidence in his defense right now. Tyler Henneke is gonna pay the price. Y'all they in the way. Plus, I want revenge anyway. They beat us twice last year. Y'all remember that? Oh, we owe Washington. Oh yeah. Somebody send this to the team. Somebody we owe them. Because they bragged real good. They division champions last year. They were so happy. They embarrassed us actually last year in Dallas. All that running my guy Gibson did and all that. Oh yeah, I'm getting fired up thinking about it now. Yeah. We owe them. Yeah. Punish them. I'm looking forward to it. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Listen, I'll be with you guys probably. Listen, I'm gonna do something different this week because I'm not working because we out of school. Guess what? I got all this time. I'm going to go live in the daytime on this Tuesday if I can. I know I can. I'm going to do it Tuesday. Let's see. I ain't never had an afternoon audience, and I don't know. Some of you guys may not be able to hang with me, and I get it. Y'all may be working still. I'm off, and I'm going to talk on about Kellen Moore and this red zone. I'm gonna dig a little bit and come with y'all with some facts. Maybe y'all need to help me on that. And there's a lot of factors that go into that. I get it. But we don't. Hey, how about this, y'all? Lastly, I forgot about this. Guess what? We won despite not having Tyron Smith in the game. How about that? A subtle move has been made, y'all. Nobody ain't said nothing about it, but a lot of y'all beg for it. Guess what? Connor Williams is back at guard. Did y'all notice that? I don't find that a coincidence that the running game started working a little bit better when Connor Williams started playing guard. Okay. Now, I was one of the first ones to say, get him out of there. Put McGovern in. You know, sometimes you got to eat your own crow. Because McGovern didn't work out. He wasn't what we thought he was. McGovern did that fullback thing a lot today. Connor Williams played guard today. It means something, okay? But I'm happy that Nitschke played well enough. With Dak Prescott didn't uh, Dak Prescott didn't pay the price too much. He got hit on that play that he fumbled, but he's trying to make a play. I'll get to that, but Connor Williams played well today. The offensive line actually played well today. Solid. They played was solid. They were solid. They moved people. They protected their quarterback. They played solid today. Exactly. Garrett said Steele wasn't bad. Exactly. Terrence Steele was not bad at all today. Terrence Steele combined with Nitschke, they played solid today. So that's confidence booster. And what it does not put a rush on Tyron Smith to come back. We need him as best as he could be. If it take all the rest of these games, get him where he need to be, so be it. Let him sit down. He's fragile. Well, it is what it is. He's fragile. He almost just like Anthony Davis with the Lakers, my Lakers. It's not a question of if. It's if he's gonna get hurt. It's a question of when. That's how Anthony Davis is. Same thing with Tyron Smith. It's not if he's gonna get hurt. It's when. And it's just automatic. And I was glad to see that. So how Steele and Nitschke played, so we can rest Smith. Let him get fully healed before he comes back. We'll need him in a few more weeks. So whatever it takes, let him sit down. All right, that's it. I just thought about that. I'm glad I thought about that because I've been wrong if I would have left that out. The offense was solid. Defense was dominant. You will win when you got that combination. All right. All right. Tuesday. How about we set a time? Let's go Tuesday at 12 o'clock. How about that? Tuesday, 12 o'clock. The Big Time Show podcast for the first time, 12 o'clock on Tuesday. All right? 12 o'clock. For those, I know some of you guys are working. I understand. Hopefully, you guys can join me after that. On a special note, I may do something later in the week. I done enough reading now. I'm ready to go to work. I knew I was going to do something. I'm going to come on the show and do a show not about the Cowboys. I'm going to do a show this week also about Deion Sanders and Travis Hunter, the guy that signed the number 2 prospect in the entire country, who decided to sign with a HBCU school instead of a quote-unquote big boy school. And for some reason, I put an emphasis on some reason. Some people got a problem with it. Now, I just gonna give y'all a little lead in. Now, if he had went to Alabama and all these schools that recruited him, if he would have went to Clemson, and nobody would have said nothing. But because he went to Jackson State University in Jackson, Mississippi, at a black, historically black school, a HBCU school, everybody want to talk about it. And there's a lot of people who want to talk about it in a negative way. Y'all know I got to say something, don't you? Y'all know I'm coming. You know I'm coming. That show won't be nothing about the Dallas Cowboys other than Deion Sanders, who played for the Dallas Cowboys. Other than that, it won't be nothing about the Cowboys. I'm going off. I got to do it. I'm sorry. It's bubbling in me. I got to do it. I got to do that. I'm so fired up. I might do this tomorrow. I mean, I'm off work, so I might do this tomorrow, y'all. I might. Will y'all come hang with me? Will y'all, for those who understand, will y'all not leave me by myself up here? I'm gonna talk about it. I got to. Cause y'all, some folks killing me, man. I can't stand it. I got to talk about it. All right. I'll till then, I'll see you guys. Y'all just turn on the notifications on whatever you're watching me on. And when I crank it up, y'all come on hang with me if you can. If not, y'all watch the replay. It'll be there. All right. Listen, I'm out of here. Good win for our team today. We 10-4. Compared to last year, every Cowboy fan ought to be happy. We asked for the playoffs, we're going. We asked for the division, we gonna get it. I don't know what else y'all, what else you want. We everything you asked for, we got. We asked for dogs, we got dogs on defense. We asked for Dak to be healthy. Dak has been primarily healthy. We asked for a winning season. We got that. We asking for division. We gonna get that. Well, I mean, so far we done checked every box. Be happy, cause we all know if we've been a Cowboy fan, it could be another 8-8 year. Okay, so let's celebrate. We one of the best teams in the league, and we got a little ways to go. I'm ready for it. Washington, y'all in trouble. Washington, y'all in trouble. Y'all in trouble. That's all I'm saying. It's personal too. It's very personal. All right. Y'all enjoy the rest of the game. I'm out. I'll see you guys later this week. This is, yes, it is, the Big Time Show. Put your hands together. Woo! Bye, Bean. I'm out. Put your hands together. Let's go.